So students, the topic we are going to study today, the name of that topic is preposition. So students, let's understand its definition. So its definition is a preposition is a word placed before a noun or a pronoun to show its relation to some other word in the sentence. So students, a preposition is a word which is generally used before a noun and a pronoun and makes its relation with some other words in the sentence. Now let's understand its examples. The first example is my father came by bus. The second example is the fan is over my head. The dog fell into the river. I shall return within an hour. So students, I have given here 4 examples. And in each sentence, there is a preposition. So the first one, let's understand the use of preposition. In the first sentence, there is a preposition by that I have just underlined it. So here the preposition by is making a relation with bus to father. Like that, in the second sentence, over is a preposition and it is also making a relation with fan and my head. In the third sentence, there is into, that is preposition, and it is making a relation with dog and river. And in the last example, there is a preposition that is within, and this particular preposition is making a relation with the subject I and an are. So students, I hope you have got that a preposition is a word which is generally used before a noun and a pronoun and makes its relation with some other words in the sentence. So here let's understand the first preposition of time. So in preposition of time, the first one we have to study. The first one is for. Okay. So now let's understand the use of for. To indicate period of time, reason or because of, to specify the use of something. Now let's understand it in the sentence with the help of example. I had been living in Delhi for 10 years. Here you can see for has been used as the period of time. He came here for money. This means this particular here for is saying what about reason and purpose, you can say. In the third sentence, she is preparing for her final examination. So here for is also telling the reason and purpose. For final examination she is preparing. This gift is for you. This means here to specify the use of something, So the first one, the use of for, you have got. And now let's understand the second one. So students, the second one is since. It is used to indicate point of time. Now let's understand its examples. He has been absent since Monday. It has been raining since morning. So you can see here in these sentences, since has been used to indicate point of time. So students, one more thing here I would like to make you understand, that is for point of time in future tense. Understand here properly. For point of time in future tense, since is not used. This means what? In perfect continuous tenses, as in present perfect continuous, as in past perfect continuous, for point of time we use since. What do we use, students? We use since. We use since. But in future tense, we are just talking about future tense, that in future tense we do not use since for point of time. Instead of that, we use from at the place of since for denoting point of time. So students, when I'll teach you tense, so in future tense, when we will study future perfect continuous tense, there I will make you understand how to use from. But you have to remember one thing here, that in future tense we never use since. since is not used in future tense. For denoting any kind of sentence in future, we don't use since. At the place of since, instead of since, we use from. Clear, students? Okay. So students, I have also done some examples. Let's see. She will have been working on a new project from and since. I have done both here, from and since January. But here I have just put a cross mark in since, only to make you understand that in future tense we do not use since. At the place of since, what we use from. So remember this. Second example tells you, I shall be absent from Monday. I shall be absent from Monday. So here you can also see the use of from in future tense. So just remember this, that in future tense we do not use since. At the place of since, instead of since, we use from. Okay, now let's understand the third one. The third one is at. The third one is what? The third one is at. Now let's understand its uses. It is used with an exact point of time. Students, it is used with an exact point of time. As the party got over at midnight. The bell rang at 2 o'clock. Now let's understand its some more uses. It is also used for denoting small places, rate, situation, etc. As my friend lives at Bidupur, for small place. So Bidupur is a small place, you can say. But if you say we live in India, remember that. So for a small place, for small places, what we use at. The second example is rice sells at Rs 10 a kilo. This means this is telling you about rate. Clear? The next example is she is good at English, but she is good in speaking English. So here you have got at, that how do we use it in the sentences. Now let's understand the note. Note tells you that at is also used with festivals, at Christmas, at Easter, etc. So these are the names of festivals, students. Clear? So I hope you have also got the uses of at. Now let's understand the fourth one. The fourth one is what? The fourth one is in. So let's understand in, the fourth one. To talk of a period of time. This could include a few minutes, you can say, hours, a week, a month, a year, or a longer period. We use what? We use in. Now let's understand it with the help of some examples. The first example is, it becomes very hot in summer. A lot of new discoveries were made in the last century. The museum will be closed in July. Clear, students? Now let's understand its some more uses. So it is also used for referring big places. Stillness means sthirta, uniform, profession, etc. Now let's understand it with the help of some examples. As we live in India, my mother is in the kitchen. This means my mother is still, there is a stillness. So my mother is in the kitchen. This means she is still inside the kitchen. She was in sari. This tells us what? Uniform, about uniform. My brother-in-law is in the army. So this is telling about profession, you can say. So here, students, I hope that you have got fourth one, the use of in, with the help of the examples. So now let's learn the fifth one. So the fifth one is on. On is used to talk of a particular day or date. As, can you meet me on Sunday? The battle was fought on 6th October. Some more uses of on, let's understand. For denoting place, but touched with something, Example, they were sitting on the grass. Put the book on the table. This means what? Something touched, you can say. Book on the table. This means something touched. So for denoting place but touched, touched with something. Okay. Now let's understand the sixth one. The sixth one is by. It denotes the meaning not later than. The field must be plowed by the end of this month. Bring the book to the office by 10 o'clock, etc. Students. Now let's understand some more uses of by. For denoting resources, proximity near to something or somebody, etc. As, this book has been written by me. He came by bus, by train, by aeroplane, by bike. Students, for means of transport, you have to use what? By. By bus, by train, by aeroplane, by bike, by bicycle, Okay, like that you have to use. Remember this. The house is by the big tree. It is 10 o'clock by my watch. Finish it by 4 o'clock. May I pay by check? So students, you have got the use of by. Now let's understand the next one, the seventh one. The seventh one tells you about till and to. So let's understand it. Till is used of time and to is used of place. Now let's understand it with the help of some examples. I rested till 5 o'clock. We walked to the end of the street. Now to. For denoting towards something and less. As, I am going to school. This means towards school. It is 10 to 6. This means 10 minutes left to be 6. So this was the seventh one, till and to. Now let's understand the eighth one, within. Within, it's very simple. Within tells us what? It denotes before the end of. As, Mona will return within a month. He will come within an hour, etc. So eighth you have got. Now let's understand the ninth one. After. It denotes at the end of a period of time in the past. As, Mona will return after a week. He came after 10 o'clock. April comes after March. So I hope you have also got the use of after. Now let's understand the 10th one, that is before. So before tells us what? Before is used to denote a point of future time. As, my friend will be there before 6 o'clock. I will come before Holi. Now it's one more use, that is, he stood before the judge. So here before means what? In the sense of in front of. Clear, students? So students, these were some prepositions of time. The uses of those prepositions we have studied. You have to study it again and again, and like that, you will improve your preposition of time. So students, now the second one is preposition of place. Okay, so the 11th one is what? The 11th one is upon. Upon means for things in motion. For motion we use upon. As, the cat sprang upon the table. The child jumped upon his father when he came home. So with motion we use what? Upon. Now the 12th one. 12th one is beside and besides. So let's understand how to use beside and besides. Beside means by the side of, while besides means except or in addition to. Examples, I sat beside my mother. She had no one beside her mother. This means except. She had no one except her mother. So for besides, what we use? So for besides, the sense is except. The last example is besides giving him books, I wrote notes for him. So students, I hope you have got beside and besides. Now the 13th one, between and among. Between and among. Let's understand it, students. Between is used while referring to two persons or things. Remember, for referring two persons or things, we use between. And among, among refers to more than two persons or things. Now let's understand with the help of examples. There is a friendship between Ravi and Suraj. You can see here there are only two names, Ravi and Suraj. So for two persons or things, we use what? We use between. The mangoes. The second one is, the mangoes were divided among my four sons. This means here you can see four sons. This means more than two. So for referring more than two persons or things, what we use? We use among. Clear, students? Okay. Now let's understand the 14th one. The 14th one is into. It denotes motion towards the inside of something. Inside of something, students. As a frog jumped into the well. This means the frog was out of the well. And now with motion, it just jumped into the well. The boy jumped into the well. Or the boy jumped into the river. Clear, students? If I say that some boys are swimming in the river, this means some boys are already in the river. They are still in the river. It shows a stillness that some boys are swimming in the river. But if I say a boy jumped into the river, this means from outside the river into the river with motion. This means the boy was out of the river. He was at the bank of the river, and then with motion he just jumped into the river. The last example is, I went into the kitchen. This means you were not in the kitchen. If I say my mother is in the kitchen, this means what? She was already in the kitchen. But I went into the kitchen. This means I was out of the kitchen and I went with motion into the kitchen. So I hope, students, you have got the use of into. Now let's understand the 15th one, that is with. It is used with the instrument with which the action is done. Now let's understand its example. I write with a pen. I am always with you. He cut the apple with a knife. The tree was cut by the farmer with an axe. So here, students, you have got the uses of with. So students, now let's understand some more important prepositions. The 16th one is without. It denotes not having something. As we can't live without food. Can you live without air? Etc. So the 17th one is under. This means below something. As the cat was under the table. The 18th one is towards. This means in the direction of something or someone. As a car was coming towards me. Now the 19th one, over. Straight above something but not touching it. As there was an umbrella over his head. There is a breeze over the river. He is over 60. Students? Now the 20th one. So the 20th one is of. This means belonging to, connected with, or part of something. As this is made of wood. He died of cholera. He is a member of the team. So students, I hope you have got the 20th one of. Now the 21st. This is of. This means here you have to understand about that something is to be of, or it is separate from a place. As he fell off the bike, this means he just got separated from the bike. Keep off the knife, this means what? Keep off, keep away, just take the knife with you, just keep off the knife with me. Keep off the knife. Now let's understand the 22nd. From. It denotes separation, time, etc. As he has come from Delhi. He was blind from birth. We make curd from milk. These lines are from the Bible, etc. Now 23rd one, that is but. It is a very seldom preposition having the meaning except, just remember it. All but one were drowned. All but one were shot dead. Now 24th. Below means beneath or lower position of something. As please don't write anything below this line. She was below 20. So students, here you have got 24th one, below. Now let's understand some more prepositions that I have done here. 25th. This is behind. Means what? Back of something or somebody. As he hid behind the tree. Yeah, he hid behind the wall. 26th one is what? That is against. Being an opponent to somebody or something. It is having this meaning, Its example I have done here, Let's say it. I am not against you. This is against the law. Clear, students? These prepositions are easy, if you just once study it, you can keep it in your mind. So now the 27th one. Above. What? Above. Above something but not touched. As we were flying above the clouds. My friend is above 40, etc. 28th one. 28th one is what? About. It means almost nearly and to happen something. As the train is about to start. It is about 6 o'clock. Do you know about him? So students, these were some important prepositions, that you studied in today's class, and if you just revise it time and again, I just promise you that your prepositions will be very good, and you will just improve it in your writing skills, you can say. And with the help of these prepositions, you will be able to write correct sentences while writing. So students, for today's class it was preposition and it has been over now. So I hope that you will improve your prepositions with the help of these prepositions. Thanks, students.